Well, guys, it is breezy, a little bit cool this morning, but it's supposed to be 61 degrees today. And we're supposed to have some warmer weather. Hector, I don't know what to think about you. I don't know what to think about you. Hi, Wendy Sue. I'm worried about Wendy. Wendy's 7 years old now, so she and Atlas are both 7. Wendy has been going on the nest for literally a month every day, sitting a long time, getting off. I think she's got some internal reproductive issues. Hi, Hector. And watch how, let me get out of the camera shadow here. Let me watch how Hector, he doesn't walk, he's really unstable. Would you stop, Maddie? Stop asking. See how Maddie's back of her neck is bald, and it's not because of molting. It's because Jill has yanked all her feathers out. Her mama has yanked all her feathers out. Crazy woman. I did a video a while back, and I had to make it private. Yeah, I veered into some topics that probably... I cover too many topics, honestly. I really didn't cover... I tend to do that. I tend to kind of run the gamut, and I need to corral things a little bit better in the future. You know, it was something about, you know, invest in your future. Well, invest in your life. I'm talking about the stock market and all that kind of stuff. I think you need to invest in your life. The best thing you can do, I think, is to buy land. Because it's not going to be available much longer. I feel like we're all kind of on a roulette wheel, and we're the balls, and we're getting bounced all over the place. And we don't even know what slot we're going to end up in. So, my fellow roulette balls, grab hold of something you can hang on to, something concrete, and land is the thing. Our forefathers knew land was wealth, land was value, land was everything, land was freedom. So, yeah, you know, get you some land, y'all. Grow you a garden. This garden... You know, I haven't even started fixing up my garden yet. It's still a mess. You know, we can't even really start seeds until, you know, next month sometime. Because our last frost date is the 3rd week of April. Sometimes it comes a little later. Sometimes a little earlier. My throats have been really dry lately. I'm sorry. My throat's been really dry. I don't know what to do. Woo! Wow! Generally, my chickens don't like wind. So if it starts to get windy, they'll run back in the barn. But there's Hector. His leg shakes when he walks. I've been giving him aspirin for about 3 days. I think he just lost his balance there. I don't know what to do with him. Except give him aspirin, give him herbs that are good for joints, herbs and spices like turmeric and ginger that are good for joints. And give him extra protein like I have been. And that's really all I can do. If he doesn't recover, sadly, that'll be the end for Hector. I was glad to keep Zane for the 4.5 years he lived, or the 4 years he lived after he got injured and became crippled. He had such a will to live, and he fought for it. But, and he actually had a job. He could, out the window, he had a cage, he could see out the window, he could alarm, he could crow, he could still be a sentry for the flocks from his sitting position. And he could actually use his wings to get around like crutches and hop around without that one leg. But, and I adored Zane. He's the rooster love of my life. I think he always will be. But, you know, I'm very fond of Hector, but I don't feel the same about Hector. I'm sad to say, you can't love them all the same. Not your chickens. He's a good boy. He's a handsome boy. But if he can't guard the hens and whatnot, he don't really have a place here. And I'm not going to take care of a crippled rooster for 4 years again. But of course, when Zane was injured, Zane was only 18 weeks old. And over the course of 2 or 3 weeks, he became permanently crippled. Because he had tendon damage. Hector is almost 5. He'll be 5 in June, so he's not young. So he won't really have a place if he becomes permanently crippled. I just can't do that anymore. But he's so handsome. He's a handsome boy, aren't you, my Hector? He's a good Hector. He's a good Hector. He's a good Hector. Yeah, he has his own quirks. He doesn't like a lot of hens. And if they don't automatically submit to him, he flogs them. He doesn't like that. He can be mean. Look at poor Athena. She's getting her feathers back in. She's lost so much weight. She looks half her size. Bless her heart. She's getting her feathers back though. She's almost fully covered except for her bum. But you know, you have to make these decisions sometimes about your flock. You know, at his age, if he goes crippled, I can't take care of him. And see, he makes a fast turn and he loses his balance. Stable. Boy, it's windy out here today. There's a little bit of cool in that wind. Woo. It's almost time to plant those potatoes in the compost pile and put that fence across. So I've got some seed potatoes. Yes, I did get seed potatoes. Oh, I did. I told you on the live, if you were in the live yesterday, that that third feed store that is a little further out. It's still in the same, you know, the next town over, but it's still a little further out than my other one I always go to. Other two. When they get their chicks in from the hatchery, they throw them all in the same bin. I thought, what the heck is that? I've never heard anybody do that in my life. That's crazy. So I will, and they vaccinate them all for Merrick's disease, so I will not be getting my chicks there. No way. I'd have to figure out what they are first. I mean, I can guess, but, you know, if it's straight run, all straight run, even the large fowl, forget it. I don't have to deal with that. I'm not doing that. There's enough chance of getting a rooster when you have sex pullets, for goodness sake. So they're crossed off my list. But anyway. Oh, gracious, my throat is so dry. So there's Mr. Hector. He's such a handsome dude. He's such a good boy. He is a good boy. He's my buddy. But he has his own quirks. And he's getting up there in age now. I mean, you know, my longest lived barred rock rooster ever is Atlas at 7 years old. I've never had one live that long. He's the oldest. So Hector's fast approaching there. And Bash is fast approaching. My blue Orpington was 5 years and 8 months old when he died. Of course, he was a 14-pounder. It's like the big dogs don't live as long. Big chickens don't usually live as long. There are exceptions, like my friend's blue Orpington, who is 10. And he's fought every predator known to man and survived. But he thinks he's invincible. But I hear he's slowing down a lot now, sleeps a lot. I expect any day to hear that he's passed away. And then, you know, my Delaware, 6 years and 7 months, Atlas's grandfather. And he's the next longest lived. Atlas is so far the longest lived large fowl rooster I've had. Now my Belgian Danvers, my Aubrey's 10. Or he will be in April. What's going on? What happened? I think they just went running off. Nothing happened. They just went running. It's so windy out today, I don't want to do anything. I just want to come out here today just to walk around, but this garden is just a mess. I need to get in there and till it up. But, you know, when you got a husband who's ailing, it's kind of hard. The elderberries in the middle are the ones that came from the little sticks that I got. The ones that grew like 7 feet tall, they're missing their leaves mostly now for the winter, but they're the ones that were big around. They had they were big cuttings, big around, diameter wide, or big diameter cuttings, and they grew taller that first year. The other ones were just little tiny sticks, and they still grew. I lost a few of those, but for them, I think I got at least half of those grew. So we got a pretty good yield off of those cuttings that I bought off eBay from 2 different sellers. And there goes Hector trying to run. He's trying to run. He doesn't run very well anymore, bless his little heart. My generator will be delivered probably by next weekend, I think. It's supposed to be. They've already delivered the cover and the power cord for it. So, and I want to thank the I don't know if he's a subscriber, if he just popped in to say something about not getting a transfer switch, getting a, oh my gosh, what is that? I forgot what he called it offhand, but I did look into that, and I don't know if I can do that because it looks like you have to have a free, oh gosh, I'm losing my words today. At the top of the power box inside, looks like you have to have one of those free, one of those circuits free, that's right under the main one, and I don't have one that's free to use that little slide thing on. So I don't know if I can. I'll have to look into that, but we'll see. We'll see about that. But I appreciate you saying that, because I did look into that, and it does look like it's something I would like to do if I'm able. So I appreciate that. Thank you for that suggestion. So we'll see. But yeah, my birds left me. So yeah, it's warm today. I'm just in a sweatshirt. It's a little cool out here, but it's not bad. It's not bad. And it's supposed to be above normal for the next 2 weeks. So I feel like we're going to start getting a few things done if my husband will hold out. He breaks easily. He's very breakable. He's very breakable lately. And I can't, there's so much of this I can't do by myself. And I can't, like even cleaning out the basement, you know. I got to go over here. Even cleaning out the basement, I can't do all that by myself because most of the stuff belongs to him. And I don't know what to do with it. So he's got to sort through stuff. So he's still working on that. All these beds right here, these big tall beds, they've been sitting and kind of cooking over the winter. I'm having to get a wheelbarrow, that wheelbarrow load of dirt from the compost pile from the garden, and bring it in and put it in the top of these boxes. So putting the dirt in there now, the layer of dirt, so I can start planting in those. They have all the yard waste and leaves, sticks, leaves, branches, poopy shavings from the barn, all that is underneath, and it make it warm in there, and giving a little heat that rises up. And so that's what those are for. That's why they are so deep. Oh, also cardboard. You know, cardboard, not with a shiny coating, but just plain cardboard. Things from boxes, as for carbon is in there as well. If you, like I've said before, look up Dirt Patch Heaven, Julianne. She does those, and she's got a lot of really interesting videos on the symbiotic relationship between her animals and her gardens, and how she uses her animals, how she uses her ducks and her chickens for different things, and her rabbits. And it's very interesting. So I'm going to head back up here. See, we're starting to get some things. All these trash bags are going to go to the burn pile. That big old box is going to the burn pile in the back. So we got to do some burning today. And that's all. So I'm going to let you go and quit rambling. I think I lost Hector. I lost Hector. Where'd you go? Hector, my good man. Where'd you go? Hey, bud. Hello, buddy. I have got to do something with this. These craters they made, I need to fill these things up, and I think I'm going to gravel all this. If you got any suggestions for this, let me know. The gas line comes underneath there, under where that 6x6 is. But they've got to quit. The problem is, this is nice powdery dirt that's perfect for dust bathing. So when they get out in the winter, this is the first place they come, is running up here. The only thing to do is put gravel up here, fill or concrete this thing. So I don't know what to do with this. If you have any suggestions on how to keep these chickens out without actually not letting them free range, but I need to fill all this in with dirt, gravel, and whatnot, and maybe even mix some gravel with some concrete or something, so they won't be as inclined to do this anymore. I really don't like this. But this is like 15 years of dust bathing. Not to mention, excuse the trash we're having to clean up over here. Over there, Miss Maddie, who gets shunned by everybody else because now Jane's not here anymore, so she has no friends. So there's Miss Maddie, found her dust bathing spot. All that nice powdery Georgia dirt over there by the foundation. That's their perfect place to dust bathe. Gosh. Well, I'll let you go. I gotta go start working on something. I need to clean up stove and do some other stuff today. Gotta get something done. I'll talk to y'all later.